For this video, I'm going to enter a new campaign and dive into some of the more advanced features, URL spinning and keyword spinning. I'm going to add a campaign. I've got all my information here. I'm just going to copy and paste it over. This is for a dentist I work for, Bob. It's a local campaign. I'm going to give it a short name. I'm going to put some spun content in for my campaign company. I used my control key and I selected a couple categories in Article Builder. This is a little bit time consuming, but you only need to do it once per campaign. I'm going to set this client up to run every other day. Number of runs, we'll talk about that too at a later date. I'm going to set the number of URLs in my spin to 40 on the URLs and to 60 on my keywords. For the Google Suggest tool, I'm going to put my pound sign in the end. Now the API is going to run and it's going to give me a bunch of different varieties for Dallas Dentist something, depending on what the Google Suggest API does. I'm going to paste in my primary URL group. I'm going to add a URL group. I'm going to name it local. These are directory submissions and some other stuff. I'm going to add another URL group. These are some deep pages. I've got some content on that I want to get a little bit of action on. I'm going to choose to spin all three of my URL groups. I need to add these up to 100%, so I'm going to put 50% of the juice on my primary, and then I'm going to do 40 and 10% on my deep pages. And I'll show you some output to give you an example of what that spinning tool does. Okay, keywords. I have several different keyword groups. I'm going to keep my primary list to 4. I'm going to add another group. I'm going to call this group secondary. I'm going to add another group. I'm going to call this group long tail. This group needs to be really big, but for now I've just got a handful. I'm going to add one more keyword group, which is that click here thing from Inferno. Now if you haven't read Inferno, he's got some really great ideas. Now I need to set my percentages. I need to add these up to 100%, so I'm going to go 10%, 20 on my long tail, 20 on my secondary, and 50% on my primary. If this doesn't add up to 100%, XinMaster will give you an error. I'm going to add some tags. You can add as many tags as you'd like. Right now I'm just going to put in these 4. I'm going to save changes. And then I'm going to show you some Nuke output to show you what XinMaster has put together. The title tool, I've got 156 plus. Here's the spin for my URL group based on the percentages that I've chosen. Here's my keyword spin based on the percentages that I have chosen. Every time I select this Nuke button, XinMaster is going to give me a different spin based again on those percentages. So setting up your URLs and setting up your keywords and getting your spin percentages just right is going to give you a great link profile when done correctly. So again, you can make changes at any time. The number of URLs in the spin and the number of keywords in the spin is an important setting, as it makes that group bigger or smaller depending on the volume of keywords and URLs that you're using. The Google Suggest tool is going to create great titles for your content. If you have any questions or anything specific, please open a trouble ticket and we'll try to address your concerns one at a time.